See, that's what, when we process, right? Suddenly, when the bad thing goes, you remember the good thing
Uh-huh.
too. So, one of the things we discussed is you wanted her company, but you don't like her,
Yeah.
right? So, if you really listen to yourself, you will see how silly it is, right?
Yeah.
So, the second thing is you say she doesn't treat people right. Her boyfriend, how old is she?
She's younger than me. She's maybe 44.
And she has an 8 year old, and she expects the 8 year old to go get her water,
Yeah.
and she is very bossy and she's very
That's
arrogant
right.
and
Yeah.
she's inconsiderate, but you miss her. I mean, it's like, are you real?
That's
I'm
right.
like, and then, and then the third
Does
thing,
sound kind of
the third
silly.
thing you spoke to me about is um, you are stuck on her. I said, why do you think of her as a friend when she's so rotten? And you say, I mean, that's the way I'm saying, thinking,
Yeah.
maybe you have a nicer word. And she you say, you don't have any other choices. I said, are you real?
At quarter past 6 in the morning, she's
And I'm like
about
saying,
it.
if you go to a meeting, you will meet plenty,
I know.
plenty of people. But the thing I need to point it out to be fair to the world is we did discuss there is a smell you're emitting.
Uh-huh.
And that's when I realized. Before that, I thought there is something wrong with your clothes and
Yeah.
stuff as soon as you came in. Because I want to be honest with you.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to sugarcoat and say, hey, we had a good meeting, blah, blah, blah. And I feel just like my kids, I'm going to be
Yeah.
like, straight with you, but I love you.
Uh-huh.
That doesn't mean I don't want to hang out with you.
Yeah.
And I said you had a weird smell, and we discussed, and I thought
Yeah.
maybe you didn't wash your clothes. You said, no, no,
Uh-huh.
no. Finally, you're saying you drink.
Yeah.
So what if I am smelling, she's smelling too, and she cannot tolerate it?
Yeah.
Like, what I'm saying is there are different angles to it.
Yeah.
So instead of guessing, the first thing is to call her. Like we said, we had
Yeah.
a plan. Treatment plan is like every 6:15 in the morning, you're going to
Yeah.
make a phone call and say, hey, I miss you.
Yeah.
And I think of you because this is the time you usually show up.
Uh-huh.
And if he ever picks up the phone, you say, I'm wondering what made you stop coming,
Uh-huh.
you know, and bring it up. Like,
Yeah.
is there anything that I can do to figure out like how we
Yeah.
can like, do this together? And so make proactive choices instead of victim choices.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm waiting for her to fall into my lap
Yeah.
so I can be miserable more,
Yeah.
instead, like,
I
I'm,
lost another friend, a real close friend, because I started.
I see. And how long do you drink? Like when you're by yourself, like what's your routine?
I don't know. It's like,
When do you start drinking? What time?
maybe one.
What, in the afternoon?
Yeah.
And how long will you keep drinking?
I don't know. I drink slow. I'll make a drink. I might have 2 drinks.
No, but like when
Of
do you
course,
stop?
but it's
When do you stop?
after the second drink, maybe 3 or 4 hours. I don't know.
Okay. So the problem is, right, you're drinking because you're bored. You don't have company. You could see the way you talk to me, I can see what the problem is.
Yeah.
You need to get out, right? So you're saying I don't get out,
No.
and I have no choices but to put up with rotten people around me. And if they don't show up, I feel even more rotten.
Yeah.
It's like, and then,
Mother used to yell at me.
no. But the thing is, like, that's because your mind is so idle, you can only think of your mother because you're like, this is like saying, Dr. Phil says it in a very nice way. He says, um, there was, I forgot what it was that he was talking, and he says, when your vocabulary is small, right? Like, let's say, like, you have only F word or B word
Yeah.
or C word or S
Use
word
all of them.
or like, whatever word, that's a very short vocabulary list.
Yeah.
If you get an encyclopedia, this will merge. You need to figure out another word.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, don't work with a very small book. Open up your library.
Yeah.
We have internet. My kids, when they were very young, like, like I was like, asking something because they came up with this bizarre term. And I said, where do you guys get this?
Yeah.
And they say, Mom, we watch Family Guy.
That's true. You do pick
And
up
so,
stuff out of the
so
show.
then I said, but how do you understand? So they take their phone, they say, Siri, tell me. All I say is Siri sabotaged me, you know.
Yeah, I have a friend that always asks Siri questions.
Siri doesn't have parental control. I couldn't wash her mouth with soap and water, you
Yeah.
know. So what I'm saying is, you need to have a bigger book. You need to have Siri every day morning 6:45 call or 6:15 call her.
Yeah.
Siri, sit and come tea with me, you know.
Uh-huh.
I think you really need to get out of your space. Stop, like, you know, being so focused on that small vocabulary. You have only a mom in your brain who sits and doesn't pay rent and tortures you. You have you have a friend who is so rotten,
Yeah.
and she tortures you enough so you can go for another 24 hour being miserable. You know, like, so you need to really, you play your own life, you will see how silly it is.
Yeah.
You know, you could write a comedy.
Yeah. My son
So I
said,
think,
now you should write a book. My life's so up and down.
so I think you're cool, you know. Because for me, your life experience in one day I get.
Yeah.
So it's like a fast track series, you know, quick series to recapture what not to do.
Uh-huh. I
But
know. I was thinking a minute ago. Here I am telling you the bad part of my mother.
okay, tell me all the good parts.
Well, I don't know about that, but my father was the most wonderful man I've
Oh,
ever
very
met.
nice.
I don't know how he married her when he was only 18.
And how old was she?
5 years older.
Oh, he was attracted to her probably because of her
They
worldly
both
wisdom.
worked at Fort Devens, and she met him there.
But did she treat him right?
Oh, I think he used to buy the wrong thing on purpose just so he could get that out of the house away from her.
Oh.
For Christ's sake, Edward, you know I don't use this kind of toilet paper. I use 3-ply toilet paper. You can just march yourself back to the store and get the right one.
So
That's what my mother was like.
Oh wow!
So
So he was a very smart
Oh,
guy.
my father was a wonderful person.
I love that.
My father some weeks didn't say 5 words, right? My daughter was probably 1 or 2 years old, and there was a Christmas party at the factory where he worked. My father got up in front of everybody and led the Christmas carols, singing.
Nice.
It's a man that doesn't even talk.
Maybe he has a very
had
nice
two
music
different-
playing in his brain.
I always hoped he had a girlfriend, that he had somebody that showed him the love he deserved.
See, sometimes it's not the relationship; it's the relationship we hold inside that
Mhm.
matters. So if we have a good relationship, like for me, I am super happy when I'm alone.
Yeah.
So when I wake up in the morning, I'll check with myself. Hey, how do you feel? I
Uh-huh.
say, oh my God, my life is beautiful. So when me and my husband argue, he'll say, you're miserable. I say, I check with myself. That's not true. So I said, you have your what is it called, wiring crossed. I said, I don't want that gift. A plate filled with misery. You can have it back.
Yeah.
And then the other term I use, this is one thing. I said, I don't want your plate full of gifts. I am too much, you know. I'm full of it already. So the other one I use is, what you think of me is none of my business.
Yeah.
So I feel like, you know, you can play people the exact way they want.
Yeah.
You know, and like I tell him, Keith, I said, I like, you know, I'm so grateful that I think you're insane. Otherwise, I'll be very harsh on you.
Yes, so
My
funny.
husband, you know what he says in turn?
No.
We are made for each other. He says, you're so special. You need a special boss.
Oh,
So we cannot stand each other.
uh-huh.
So we decided to compromise. So we went to a custodial relationship. I wrote a book called Boring Way to Be Happy. with the dysfunctional family. I've shown you my book, right?
No.
I haven't shown you. This one. My son did the cover when he was like this tiny. Now he is a big guy there.
Yeah.
That big poster. See.
Uh,
I went to a motel.
what does that say? Blue sex.
Blue Sea Motel, because he was so
I thought
tiny.
it was an X on the end.
No, because he couldn't. He couldn't spell C.
Oh, okay.
SEA.
Yeah.
So he put SEY.
Yeah.
Blue Sea Motel. So mom with a suitcase, 3 kids.
Please, where's Dad? See Dad here.
It's obvious, right? We were like,
You got the suitcase and the kids. Let's go. We're out of here.
I know. But what I'm saying is, that's when I realized it's all about children, the family, if they have a good life. But what we decided afterwards is my husband will be custodially responsible 5 days, 5 days on, 5 days off. So we can be always come together. Like he's gone. Like yesterday, today, he's gone to Cape. He loves to live in his boat. And we will have a party when he's gone.
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday is day to be. So he'll cook. He'll even make extra so that the kids will have leftover. And me, Wednesday, Thursday is my responsibility with kids. Every other weekend, one person is responsible. So we'll financially,
Yeah.
So by allowing us that space, I could do what I want. Like Monday, Tuesday, I'll stay late, do whatever I want. And then that way he doesn't get ticked off. He will do the dishes at night and all the other stuff. Wednesday, Thursday, it's my responsibility to make sure kitchen is clean and stuff, no matter how late I work. And this allowed us to have a normalcy. And I am a loner, he's a loner. Even though we speak a lot, when we are by ourselves, we don't to be around people, only because I spend so much time with patients. So I find when I'm alone, I would rather garden, really be zoned out. And he hates me being in the garden, not preparing food. So it just pisses him off. So he will make huge meal. He'll make meal for 30 people.
Yeah.
And I have to eat leftover because I hate throwing his food.
Yeah.
My kids will eat it only for 1 or 2 days.
Yeah.
So the way I compromise is when I'm on, we will only do takeout. They get sick of takeouts.
Yeah.
So I have to budget myself. So that is the way, because I feel it's a waste of time for me to go get groceries, cook for 3 hours, service, put it away, wash. It's time. So I buy time.
Yeah.
And for me, that's more valuable. And I would rather give them money, and I'll also eat takeout. I mean, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Hey, a Chinese guy comes and delivers to my home.
Yeah.
A pizza guy delivers to my home. Thai guy delivers to my home. What does it matter? Indian food, my kids will go pick up. So we have gourmet food. we live like kings and queens, Somebody else cooks for me. It doesn't matter whether I don't have a crowd.
Does your husband work still?
He actually is in business. He's a white guy.
Yeah.
So my kids, you have seen.
Yeah. Very
so he has taken over his parents' business. So he has only few clients, 1 or 2. So he'll deliver sandpaper wheels to cutlery industry, furniture industry. He needs to work only once a week.
Yeah.
And that pays his gas and whatever he makes is just to take care of himself.
Yeah.
He says the idea of raising kids was yours. He says I was always happy.
Yeah.
He says that's why I say it another way. We got married in 1998. 1998, and we eloped actually. I started living with him before even getting married. April, mid of April, we started living together, and then we wanted to raise kids. And I said, "You're out of your mind if you don't marry me. I'm going to raise kids with you."
Yeah.
So we got married May 1st. So April middle, we started living. So in that's unheard of in India. Meaning I was progressive, I guess. And, but commitment we made May 1st. And then we raised kids. And I was looking at myself, I was telling somebody, if in case he had said the same thing, can we get married so we can raise the kids today?
Yeah.
I will say, you're out of your mind.
Yeah.
I will never marry. I would rather raise the kids.
Yeah.
but see how we change, right?
Yeah.
Like, so what I'm saying is, it's the value is useless.
Mhm.
What you value, like what your mother saying, the border being red. If the same
Yeah.
thing she says to you today, it wouldn't bother you. I guarantee you that.
Well, she's dead,
Because
so.
because what the thing is, the little girl was hearing something else
Mhm.
rather than what was being said. So you need to really fix that little girl first.
Yeah.
Because what you are feeling inside is not what is being said to you.
Right.
And that's the same thing I'm bringing up again. Same mother relationship as
Yeah.
this girl 40-year-old, who's your friend,
Yeah.
who's very disrespectful,
Mhm.
but you still put up with her.
Yeah.
So don't put up with people who don't bring you to the next level.
Mhm.
It's like we are in a relay race, right? Why do you want to join a losing team?
Yeah.
Guaranteed you're going to be. I love. Have you
That's
seen
what
that?
I'm used to.
Have you seen that commercial? Actually, this is two commercial I love. He says, "This is Mr. Uh, Mr. Jack." Have you seen that? Oh, what is his first name? Squad. You get Squad Jack Squad from your bank. Have you heard that?
No,
Santander Deer Bank.
Oh, yeah.
They say
Sure, yeah.
his name is Mr. Jack.
Yeah.
His first name is Squad. You get Jack Squad from your bank. You have not heard that?
Not that I recall.
It is always on the radio they play. The other one they are playing now is, what is that tool you have in the middle of the room? I haven't seen the commercial, so I should
Yeah.
go on YouTube and watch. This is a shaft. I said, and then that girl says, "Where did you get it from? From my bag." So they give you a shaft.
Oh, that is funny.
This is American humor, but
I gotta remember the name of this book.
which one?
And that's why I'm trying to remember the name of the book. A Woman's World or something. It was a book for women. It was an unbelievable book. We read it as
Your book club?
no. I worked in a program. I went through the program, and then I eventually worked at that program. But the director was a lunatic. She always yelled and screamed. I left there in tears so many times. So I finally gave it up. And
What is the
But-
book theme about?
it's about women. It was a wonderful book. I can't remember now what it said.
So think
But
of
I
it.
think I have the book somewhere in my house.
Watch
Because
the
it's
movie.
something you'd enjoy, I think.
I would love to read
Yeah.
that book. The one I'm working on this week as a project is, there is a movie it seems called "What the Hell," like how we say curse.
Yeah.
So instead of saying curseful way, it says "What the Health," HEALTH.
Yeah.
How distorted we eat. Hey, I need to take this call. Okay. I love you. Okay. I believe in you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bye bye.
When am I come back? In 2 weeks to see you, but just
No,
you're
not 2
already-
weeks. Just